What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Money Talks. Today is Wednesday, August 4th, and it is 6:30, which means it is time to talk about stocks and different kinds of investing. Saltwater Bets will be joining me soon here, kind of set up. He is, I believe, currently getting food, so hopefully he gets the right stuff. That's all I gotta say. Chinese food, good. Yeah, we had our fast food stocks last week, Wendy's, McDonald's, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. But all right, so we have the S&P to start it off here, the S&P 500, currently sitting at 4,402.66 points. It was down today almost 0.5% at 0.46%. That is 20.49 points. You can see it's starting to stagnate around this this upper region here, where it kind of keeps on touching its all-time high and dipping back down. Probably going to be a theme that we see tonight. We have the NASDAQ Composite sitting at 14,780.53 points, up 0.13%. At 19.24 points. Again, kind of leveling out here around its all-time high there. Last but not least, for the market trends, we got Dow Jones Industrial Average at 34,792.67 points, down 0.92% today, almost 1%. Sitting at a negative 323.73 for the day. So you can see again, keeps on hitting that, almost 35,000 again. Or it hit 35,000 these times and staying up there. And we have our precious metals up on the docket here. We have gold, the 6-month spread. Again, kind of like the market, leveling out here. Very slow increase, if you ask me. It kind of came up from the upper 1700s up to 1836.80. And it's kind of just been hanging around the low 1800s, almost sneaking up into the mid 1800s. So that might go up in the near future, but gold and silver is not one of those things that you trade like a stock. We have silver up on the docket next, 6-month spread. And continuing to go down here with the trend that we've been kind of seeing here since we started taking a look at this. So it's coming up from March to June, and then mid-June or so took a hit, and it's kind of been reeling ever since. We have platinum, again, 6-month spread, and the general trend is moving in a downward direction. And I've been forgetting to list all the prices of these. I apologize. Gold is sitting at $1,819.70 per ounce, down 20 cents today. We have silver sitting at $25.52 per ounce, down 3 cents per ounce today. Platinum, trend going down. Currently sitting at $1,039.50, down 80 cents today. Palladium, 6-month spread, kind of staying in that middle zone, kind of going down from when it peaked over in early May at about $3,000 per ounce. Currently, it is sitting at $2,680.50 per ounce. Losing $3.20 today. Bitcoin, last but not least, our cryptocurrency is sitting at $39,930.56 per Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin made a rally here. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in on that. So this is the last month. If you look late July here, July 20th, it hit its recent low of 29,000. and it came back up to a peak of $42,605.64 per coin, and it sold off a little bit since then, since our last real stream looking at this, and climbed a little bit back up towards the end of today, or I guess today, all of today. But it's going to be interesting to see how Bitcoin reacts. I mean, you can look at the all-time chart and just kind of see it. It might continue to go up. Like it could start looking like this once it reaches up here. It might just look like a little blip like that, or like this right here where it just continues to go down and get hammered. Bitcoin's one of those things that's very difficult to predict, just because of the nature of Bitcoin and what it represents. I mean, it's not a solid commodity or anything like that. It really ebbs and flows on news, who's using it, who's allowing people to use it now for transactions, and who's not allowing it, and all that kind of stuff. So all right, so that is our market trends for this week. Just taking a look at those. Now we have our first stock that we're looking at tonight, SPCE. I don't know if we've looked at this in a while, but I mean, they keep on switching this bearish and bullish, long-term, short-term. Last time I looked at it on here, it was short-term bullish, long-term bearish, and now they've flipped. So who knows what's going on with this? It's not one of those things I really look at indicators for, like those kinds of indicators. But let's look at the recent news, right? So obviously we took this this dip here, and it kind of stopped at 30, and then it came back up to 33 and went down to 29.58, and it's currently sitting at 30.78. So with that in mind, I think that it's bottoming out personally. I discussed this earlier. I think it was earlier today or earlier this week. This week has been crazy, to put it lightly. But you see how it kind of like skyrockets up, and then something happens, and it sells off, and then it kind of bottoms out, right? Kind of goes up and then kind of bottoms out. It's these very severe peaks and valleys that we see here, right? And I think that that's kind of where it's leveling out. If you look at a lot of these trends with how they react to going down, you will see that it kind of like, it'll hit a certain point, and then it'll kind of be bouncing back and forth around that point, and then at some point it goes back up. So I'm pretty confident in this being kind of the base for it. If you look at a lot of these, it can last a month or two, but I think that we're going to probably see it go up by the end of August, maybe a little bit longer, but I still like this stock. And so I figured I'd cover this just to go over it and discuss it. All right, so let's take a look at GM, since I don't know why it's in a recently viewed, but oof, what happened? Oh, you know what? I bet they had a quarterly report. I bet that's what happened. Let's look it up real quick. GM quarterly report, Wednesday, August 4th. Yep. GM earnings destroyed expectations. Its stock is dropping like a stone. GM reports strong earnings but falls short of Wall Street's estimates. GM plunges 8% as $1.3 billion in recall costs led to second quarter earnings miss. Not good, GM, not good. Not good. And you can see down 8%. So what does this mean? You can see a huge, huge red line right there. Right? Where's my little drawing tool? Yeah, here we go. Oh, what? Where's my doodle? There we go. Right in there. See that? See that nice little red line? Kind of looks like these over here. Right? That's, oh, I'm still drawing. Oh, still drawing. Oh, I'm still drawing. Oh, what? Ah, there we go. Wow, that was, oh, God. Clear the drawings. Don't want them in here. But yeah, that's kind of like the stock dump, if you will. A lot of people are not trying to hold GM right now with that news, and I mean, I don't blame them. You know, that's one huge thing for car manufacturers is the recalls. So we did this before, this little exercise. All right, let's put it on the top there, right? It's last peak, give or take. Yeah, it's been pretty solid. I mean, this would probably be a better line if I were to move it down here. And yeah. So pretty straight up and down, and it's kind of been pretty even here. But now if we were to go from there to our last low, you know, that's not really painting that great of a picture for GM currently. I think that it's going to have a reversal in trend for a bit, have a little bit of sell-off. If we just look at the 5-year trend, I mean, you can see it is very highly valued right now. You know, just in the matter of a pandemic, especially. You know, this wasn't one of those stocks like, you know, UPS or Amazon or Apple or any of these companies. This is a car manufacturer. I mean, you know, they saw huge growth in the last, you know, 2 years or so. So, you know, what does that do to? Increase sales, the electric vehicle coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. But, you know, it could be overvalued, and all of a sudden, you know, they miss in earnings and people think, oh, well, maybe it's only worth 45 like it was back here, right? You know, that's just something that we're going to have to watch and see how things go. But that's pretty severe to take, you know, one big hit here from their all-time high and then come up a little bit and then take another big hit, come up right before their earnings because people were very confident in it, and then boom, earnings drop, and GM did not impress, we'll put it lightly. So GM down 8.91% today. Now let's go to their competitor, Ford. Normally what you see is a lot of similarities between stocks that share an industry or share general market. But I'll just scroll over here. Whoa, there we go. So Ford felt the heat today as well, dropping 5%, along with GM dropping the almost 9% today. So, you know, this is just what we see. Even though Ford might not have, you know, dropped their quarterly statement, and, you know, maybe they're doing a little bit better than GM because it's recalls. You know, recalls aren't usually similar between industry or between competitors in an industry, just for the simple fact that, you know, it's part of the vehicle design. You know, they have to change things, or things were breaking too easily or whatever, or causing too much you know, risk to the driver, etc. But Ford took the heat. Happens when other competitors in the market take the heat as well. But Ford has been on a tear just like GM too. Oh God, no. This line. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It could continue going up and GM could lose, or maybe they both go down a bit. We'll just have to see. Now I see AMC here on the side. Yep, meme stock getting absolutely hammered. This is what happens sometimes. You got to be careful. It's probably going to drop down to 20 if I had to guess tomorrow, or in the next 2 days. By the end of the week, I'm pretty confident that this is going to be at 20 or around there. But stay away from these. AMD is on the other end of the trend. What do we got here? Up 5.52%. That's just what happens with some of these meme stocks. Like, you get into it before it's a big thing, and then everybody gets, puts their money into it and drives it up, and this is what you get. Or is this a meme stock? AMD. No, this isn't a meme stock. Is it? I used to trade AMD, but I haven't in a while, and you can see. Come on. Not too sure. Maybe news? Interesting. Well, AMD may be a meme stock. We'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, imagine AMD hitting $200 a share by the end of the week. That'd be crazy. But yeah. So I used to trade AMD, mostly because it's my initials. But it's a good company. Let's look at the max chart here. Yeah, it's just crazy how it has these huge peaks, and then you just have this one. Yeah, that is insane. Damn. Anyway, on to the next. Let's see what you got. What you got for me? All right, let's see. Ooh, looking pretty volatile in the short term there. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. So Etsy took a pretty big hit, it seems, right here. Ooh, that's why it's trending. Damn, look at that. It was up 6% during the market, closed at 4 p.m., and as of right now, it's sitting at negative 13.61%. God. Let me just look this up really quick on my TD Ameritrade app. I have to securely log in. Pardon me for a second. Getting notifications. ETSY. Etsy Inc. Yeah, so total down 8.24%. So I bet another dividend. Or not dividend, quarterly report. But yeah, that's a pretty substantial hit right there. So just to map it out for you. Currently it's sitting at the 202 from market close. but you're going to be, let's draw a little. Doodle. Tomorrow morning, it's going to look like that. Just for your perspective, this is where it's currently sitting at, give or take, down at 174. And it's probably only going to continue to go down for a bit. I mean, it took a huge hit right there. I don't know what that was from, but oh, that's going to be big. All right. What else do we got? What are you? Oh, wow. Yeah, all these stocks are currently getting hammered, and this is, kind of a general trend that we've been seeing that's, a little shocking. Fastly Inc. down 18.86% in the post market. I mean, it was down 3.6% today, and then another 18%. And now we have Monsieur James in the house.
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad to be back in the house of gains.
Yeah, trying a new Bane flavor. Star Blast.
Oh,
Very
dude.
good.
I meant to get some of those when I was just out, but I didn't have the time to do it. I need some for tomorrow. Like, it's a necessity at this point. I can barely keep my eyes open.
Yeah, this will do the trick when coffee doesn't come through one of these Bane energy drinks. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, those
Bane are the move.
Those will make you see colors. Well, no, wait. Make you see sound. There you go. One of those really hyper things.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, how's it going, man? What'd you get?
Pretty good. Got pretzel sub, Bane Star Blast strength. So set for tonight. Doing good.
Hell yeah.
Guess I'll get my my sports pick up here.
Gotta get fueled up.
Fueled up for the big night ahead. Right. It's almost Friday. Or almost Thursday, my bad. So, I need one of these. Yeah, energy's low. It's time to get fueled up. So let's go see.
Yes, sir.
So the one I like tonight, we got the New York Mets at Marlins winning. Begins very soon. Chicago White Sox at, let's see. It looks like the Royals. And then I would say for my third pick, we will do, let's see, LA Angels at Texas Rangers. Those are the three for tonight.
So what are the picks? Like, who's winning on the bets?
Mets are winning, White Sox, and let's see, the one I just said, Angels. Those are the three that are winning.
Alrighty.
Tonight.
Well, oh god, what's that old like baseball chant? It's like root
Let's see.
for the
If I put it in the
home
DraftKings
team.
really quick. Oh yeah. Root for the buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
More like buy me some tendies and gains.
Yeah. I mean, if you bet 40 on this one and it wins, $271 payout. So it's always what you're kind of looking for.
Yep. So could be a good move right there.
Yep. Bet like $40 max and get a nice little profit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, that's your sports picks of the evening. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't sit through 9. Like, if I'm just watching a game, I can't sit through 9 innings, man. That's way too long. I wish that, like, football
That's the funny part.
What was that?
I don't either. Like, I bet on all these games, and, like, I still have a good chunk of winnings from all of them. And I've never The funniest thing is like, I think my total wins is still like 2,406 net profit. I've never watched a full baseball game. Maybe one. Maybe out of all the games I've bet on, I've watched one full baseball game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, football to me is just so much more entertaining, but, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like baseball, it's like so much more of like the apparel and like, you know, the hats, the jerseys, whatever, outside of like the sport event. You know,
Yeah.
like you see a lot
Yeah, I
more
agree.
people walking around with that kind of stuff than like
Opposed to
football.
football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, without a doubt, college football is my favorite thing to watch. Like, there's nothing that even comes close to it. When it's college football season, I am all over it. I really get into it. This is the Ohio State culture, like going to the games and just keeping up with the recruiting. So, college football is my absolute favorite, and then I would say NFL comes right after. So, definitely, those are my absolute favorites to follow.
Oh, yeah. And of course, I didn't graduate from a school that had a big football team or any football team, actually. But, you know, I've kind of been condemned to the just the NFL life.
Mm-hmm. So right there, you can always be a Buckeyes fan or have your favorite college team, even though you didn't go to school. It doesn't matter. All are welcome.
Yeah, you know, I might just have to go with Alabama on the. No, I'm kidding. No.
Yeah, so to say no. Let me clarify. Not any team. Not any team.
Not any team.
We're gonna eliminate Bama, Clemson. I mean, Notre Dame we beat all the time. No Michigan.
Clemson was going to be my second.
Yep.
But I should have gone for Michigan. I should have gone for Michigan because I know that's like such a big, not ally, big enemy of yours.
Enemy. Yeah, like the biggest, but we beat them for like the last 20 years straight. So
yeah, well,
I mean, it's just dominant. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes people just don't learn their lesson for 20 years, and they still think that they're gonna win. So
yeah, exactly.
But wasn't God, who was in the 2020 draft? Wasn't it Lawrence went first, or was that last year?
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. I think
that was this year.
Last year.
Oh,
yes,
was it
this past year?
Yeah. And then didn't an Ohio quarterback go in like the top 5 or whatever?
Yep, Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of know my football. Look at me. Wide receivers and linemen and shit.
Oh, yeah. Fantasy's very fun to play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Alrighty. Well, let's go with another stock pick. What are you thinking?
We could do moving stocks since I'm about to get boned by how much money I'm going to pay for a mover now. You do transportation companies. I don't think this is actually a really good topic. We have not covered transportation. This would be interesting to get into because for anyone that's even kept up with any transportation stock, it doesn't matter whether it's Ryder, JB Hunt, a former company used to work at, any 3PL moving company, FedEx, UPS. The spike with COVID is unbelievable. I mean, maybe not with a company like Ryder, but if you bought UPS, FedEx before COVID hit and held it, oh my God. I mean, you just made a killing.
Yep, and I'm bringing up UPS on the screen right now.
I mean, it just freaking really took off. Big time. Well, maybe FedEx is the better one.
What's FedEx again?
Let me go see.
Oh, FDX.
FDX, yeah. I think that one had more of a leap than UPS.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. If you look at COVID, April 2020, 124, it's at 275 now. And they're not the only transportation company to show insane growth during COVID.
Right. Yeah, my only thing with FedEx is just that it was up near 250 in 2018, and then it was starting to drop right before the pandemic. Yeah. But I mean, it took off. So.
Well, that's the thing. Transportation companies, I'm trying to think what they follow very closely. God, I'm blanking on what my dad told me, but they follow something very closely where it's like,
Right.
well, I
Well,
need to do my research on it.
yeah, James, I'm just gonna go grab water really quick, just because my voice is giving out for some reason, and I thought I had a water bottle near me, but I do not. So I will be right back in 1 minute. Keep the
All
people
good.
entertained.
Yeah, we'll do our best here. Talk about more sports in the interim. Let me see.
All right, and we're back. Oi. I picked up not one, but 2 bottles of water.
Not one, but two. 2 tendies.
2 tendies. So where were we?
We were talking about, we're getting into the transportation stocks. I feel like we haven't touched upon them really.
Right. Yeah, we looked at UPS and FedEx. And, God, I'm trying to think. Does Penske offer a public option? I'm assuming they do.
Yep. I'm pretty certain.
Because that's more freight. This is more like, boxes.
Yeah, Penske does. Because Penske, what they really specialize is moving. Well, specifically kind of, they help commercial businesses with a lot of accounts, like a lot of smaller companies, and they offer rentals for your average move. So like riders in the same sphere as Penske, whereas like, UPS and FedEx, that's really more commercial business, I think. Whereas like you're not going to use FedEx or UPS to go rent a truck. So like they're really in the rental sphere, where like FedEx, UPS, JB Hunt, where I worked at, they're all brokerage, intermodal meaning rail, temperature controlled, like all that, like more national accounts than anything, and then they have their brokerage in between.
Right, and you know what I really like about the Penske stock is, and not to sound like a boomer, but they stopped paying their dividends for a little while, but they have started doing that again, and they are bullish in both short, mid, and long term. So,
yeah, that's a good sign. Yeah, they and this is really rare. I think out of all the stocks we looked at, this is the rarest thing about Penske, is that on Yahoo Finance they're undervalued. I never see anything on Yahoo Finance that's undervalued, especially now. Now all you see is overvalued or near fair. Some of the stocks we talked about, like Visa, are near fair value, which Visa we should touch upon later on the stream. It has dropped a few dollars and it's starting to look like a good entry point. But this one is intriguing because here it is undervalued. So I'm interested to see what other people are saying about it.
Right, and it's near an all-time high too, which is really incredible for it to be undervalued at its current price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is very interesting. But Zacks gave it an A too, which is crazy. So I guess the stock is trading with a PE ratio of an 8.74, compares to the industry average of an 8.93. Already right there I love, because anything that's below a 10, generally a PE ratio is very good. And that you have to take with a grain of salt, because I mean the PE ratios get different. It could be different for every industry. So like semiconductors, it could be like 40. The norm could be 40. When we joked about Tesla, like for any streamers that don't know a PE ratio, one that's higher than the stock price, especially at 686. I mean, it doesn't take a strong brain to know that you just fucking run from as fast as you can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is already good. Another indicator that, you know, value investors use a lot is a PS ratio, which is it's dividing the stock price with the company's revenue. So this one has a 0.29 compared to an industry average of 0.43. So there's already some good, very basic, you know, equations there.
Right. And I'm just looking at something really quickly because I'm kind of curious. What stocks have the highest PE ratio?
Oh, yeah.
Volume. PE ratio. Here we go. Ready for this? At the top of the chart, we have Green Dot, GDOT.
Oh, Green Dot.
4,552 PE ratio. Wow.
Oh my god. Like, is that even bankrupt yet?
I'm gonna look at it right now. GDOT. But Penske,
Probably
very good pick here.
Oh yeah.
GDOT up 1.52%. Let's see what's there. So I don't really know too much about this company, but it's currently sitting at $44.84. Its high was 90. It's really weird. Huh. Green Dot Corporation. Very weird.
That is very strange.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I see Tesla, because there are so many in here that are like above 1,000. Uh, 876, 792. No, it's always funny just to quickly tap into this and look at weird things like this. Zillow, 682.73 PE. Really?
That's insane.
Or is that Zillow Group? No, that's Zillow. Yeah. I always thought that Zillow was like lower. Oh, there's Tesla, 370.2. Okay, this website's off. It says Tesla's PE is 370.27. All right. Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. It was an interesting, quick little trip there.
Yeah, nice little diversion, if you will.
I'm trying to think what I read about this morning. Let me see if I could reference it. I mean, those are good. Those two ratios. There's something else that's good to look at. Find it. Oh, yeah, a prospectus. So that's basically it's like an offering document, but basically it includes the financial status of the company, their statements, you know, executive compensation, all that. So that's always something you can look in addition to for like a company like Penske, or one that we really think is good for like all the listeners tuning in tonight. This is something where it's like, all right, if the basic things like we just talked about check off and you're really thinking of going in, this is like a nice little document you can search from the SEC, and this is made public, and investors need to have this as public information, and it needs to be completely like unbiased and everything. So, and they will put in, the nice part about a prospectus is the company will put in like risk it's facing, performance in the past, it will reference all that in their table of contents. So I have Penske's pull up now. I don't know if this is a while ago, but some of the risk factors here. One of them, they say, we have historically structured our operations to minimize ownership of real property. We lease, sublease substantially all of our dealership properties and other facilities. Then they break down other like risk factors like that. So there's a lot you could pull from this if you really want to get into it.
Right. And there's so much information. I mean, even just reading like a 10K, that's 100 pages. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there if you really wanted to research a company, really in depth like that. But those definitely sound like some good resources if you're looking to get into a company for the long term.
Yeah, the prospectus is a little bit better because it like breaks it down and it's not like 100 pages. I mean, it's very long, but you can quickly navigate through it, which is nice. I think it's 18 pages, yeah. So it's definitely more doable.
Yeah.
That's just for this company, at least.
Right. All right, so that's a pretty nice winner right there. But yeah, we'll probably look at one more stock. I'm think we'll start limiting the streams to an hour rather than an hour and a half, just to keep things fresh and entertaining, and not drag out for the last half hour. But what
That's
what
right.
other...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, go ahead.
We could do another. I guess we could pick one other stock and also go back to Visa, but
Oh, yep.
Gets another stock. What do we do? An energy drink stock. Let's do that.
Let's do it, because I need that right now.
I wonder what ones are.
Because most of those things are, most of those things are like conglomerates anyway. Like one company will have a bunch of them.
Now, Monster has their own stock. So MNST, but I don't know if it could be good.
Monster Beverage Corporation.
Well, the graph's amazing. It's gone, like, just like Starbucks over time, it's done nothing but gone up. So,
right.
Yeah, one of those where it's just...
Good.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, it's another one of those that just continually goes up. I'm sure throughout the years, people are like, this is overvalued, but 5 years later, it's like, And they're bullish on the long term and midterm, so.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things like Apple, Starbucks, Visa, like these companies that we've been seeing that are very steady growers, is that they're leaders of their industry, really, if you think about it. So Monster's like one of the household names for energy drinks, so makes sense.
Yeah, it's like between Red Bull and Monster, really. I mean, Bane is the newest one, but they're not like established yet.
No,
like that.
I mean, I prefer Bang personally, but yeah, they're just not there yet.
Yeah, they're not there yet.
But
so yeah, we can take a look at this.
At what?
Oh, we can take a look at the Monster, I guess. Dive deep into it. I mean, Deutsche Bank thinks it's now a buy, and that was at July 30th, and Citigroup went neutral to buy on it on the 23rd.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's starting to plateau a bit, which it does before it like kind of takes off for a little bit of a tear. You know what I mean? So, could be a good stock for the next 3 months, give or take. I could definitely see it going up in that time frame, which is the midterm, give or take. So, no, I like this stock. It's doing big things, and excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, add it to the list.
Yep. So tonight we got Penske and Monster on the list.
Ooh. They're both around the same price, too, which is pretty funny. 85 is Penske and 92 for Monster, for sure.
There you go. Good old staples. That's a good price range to be at. But
Yeah.
last but not least, pulling up some Visa. What's in your wallet? Right? That's their saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or it's Capital One.
Well, you know what?
Yep. Close enough.
What? It's
Close
a
enough.
piece of plastic. You swipe it and you lose your money. There you go.
Yeah.
Credit card simplified.
Exactly.
Sorry, this.
I don't know if it's becoming more attractive to buy. I mean, if it's getting down, if it gets down to the 220s, that might be a prime time to buy.
Yeah,
I think.
it's gonna be interesting. It could drop below 225, possibly.
Be a good entry point. I don't think you bought in any yet, right, Visa?
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's definitely one that it's gonna be nice to watch, and yeah, hopefully buy in soon. We'll have to see what happens, and maybe next time we can discuss some things that have been coming up about the Delta variant, and kind of revisit that a little bit, because a lot of these stocks are pretty high right now and have recovered quite significantly since the coronavirus shut down the economy. So what that could mean for the economy, and how to kind of handle that, and when's a good time to buy if that situation were to arise. So
yeah, because I think a lot of people, like American Airlines, I think they're short squeezing with that. It went down, but I also think Delta played a factor in that price going down as well.
Right. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, what else? Let's just keep on going until we hit 7:30 here.
We haven't done alcohol stocks.
Ooh.
And that is such a fun topic. I mean, I think everyone can get behind, a nice cold drink, especially with, Thursday coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, it depends. Depends on the drink. Depends on the drink.
Yeah. I will be going out tomorrow to celebrate, so the coworkers. So yeah, there's so many different alcohol companies we could talk about. So let's go see. We could pick off of this list, break them down. So I'm reading some of the best ones right now. Anheuser-Busch at 6, and I don't know.
Hey, I mean, they're pretty good. Just saying.
Yeah.
Good old staple.
Good old staple. A lot of sites like Anheuser-Busch, Boston Beer Company, Constellation Brands, that's Corona, and some other ones. So Constellation Brands, I think, is actually headquartered here. It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah. Heineken. So yeah, you could just Aaron Man, pick whatever. I mean, Smirnoff is actually Diageo PLC. So listen, I'm down to do.
What was the ticker?
Now.
What was the ticker for?
That one is DEO. People always like the white girl alcohol.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before.
Multinational beverage. Yep. And that's another one that's done nothing but gone up over time.
Yeah, and especially with this coronavirus, like everybody indoors, and I can actually speak to this because I worked at a liquor store. People were just buying and buying and buying, and things are going out of stock, and you couldn't get anything. You couldn't keep the shelves stocked. So that was definitely a huge one. And one little interesting thing, whenever there's like a depression or like, a market crash, everybody starts drinking. So, these stocks tend to go up.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's great because what the subsidiaries are Guinness, which I absolutely love Guinness, Hennessy, just a bunch of different distilleries here, bunch of vineyards.
Mm.
Obviously, the White Girl, Smirnoffs.
Hey, we all need
so
our
many
drink.
different. We all need them. So I mean, this one. What do they say about it? Long-term bullish, near fair value. There you go. So this one's already looking like a nice one we picked out.
Right. I'd say
Oh,
Penske.
and the rating. The
What's up?
rating's amazing. This is the best rating so far. A strong buy is a 1 on Yahoo Finance. This is a 1 point free right now.
Wow.
So there's a good beer one. Diageo PLC.
Mm. Wow, we're on fire tonight. Just saying.
Yeah.
First, we get Penske, which is a good buy, very low PE ratio, and now we got this one with a very strong buy rating.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Christmas is going to be coming up here in the next few months. So,
Yeah. Timing is perfect. That's all I got to say.
yep.
Guinness and all the other things they have.
And it looks
Yeah.
like they have a dividend coming up soon.
Yep. So if it's the buy rating right now is that high, that's good because I mean again, most things on Yahoo that look like a good buy, they're really at best a 1.8, right above the 2 mark, or they're usually actually past the buy rating, which is a little higher than 2. In fact, this is 1.3. I think this is one of the first stocks I've ever seen that's almost near a 1, which is insane.
Wow. And again, at an almost all-time, or no, it is at an all-time high.
Yeah, is at an all-time high. And interesting enough, when it is almost at an all-time high, it says overvalued. This is near fair value. So, another one I'll be adding here.
Mm.
It's kind of fun because you have a transportation, an alcohol, an energy drink. So,
Well, don't
you
mix
could really
those
just-
three.
yeah. Yeah, free tonight. Yeah, let's not all mix those in one.
Don't do that unless you're, I don't know, there's no good situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no,
Oh,
okay,
yep.
here
Another
again.
nice thing.
Yep.
It's the beta. The beta on this is 0.48. And beta means anything that's above 1 means it's volatile. Like it means it's more volatile than the stock market. Beta of that value is low. It doesn't mean that the stock is changing drastically a lot. It's another good thing. These are long-term holds, so you don't want a beta that's really crazy that's going to give you heart attacks.
Yeah, especially if you're making it part of your retirement portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, do you want to cover one more and then we'll call it a night?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Can do one more.
What you got for us?
I might let you pick that out though. So I don't know.
All right. No, I got it.
Perfect.
Let's look at, because I don't think we looked at it last time or in a hot minute, but what was the one? Chevron, your dad said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
CVX. How is our big oil doing? Well, looks like big old tech. Well, what is it? Big old techs? Yeah, big old techs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... Here, let's draw this little line right here. Draw. There we go. You go from the last high to where it is currently, and that's a downward slope. That's just what's going on. It doesn't take a genius to spot that. And let's do average. Can I do an average? Yep. Did we lose? Oh no. Hold on. We gotta get James back up in here. Hold on. We got the free version, so we gotta get another one up in here. Sorry about that. We might change our software here just so that we can have longer meetings for the live stream here. Let's add him real quick. Right, that's sent. All right, but like I was saying, Chevron here, it's been going kind of downhill. They should have a dividend coming up here with their quarterly report. But, you know, I don't know how I really feel about oil right now in the current state. You know, that's a pretty severe downward trend right there. So we'll see how it does and what the future holds for oil stocks like Chevron and Exxon, and yeah, where the market takes them. But James is back in the house. What's up, dude? Yep. You're in here, right? Yeah. But yeah. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I guess the AirPods.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so that's kind of the stream right there. Hopefully everybody learned something and you know, got some good picks this week as far as the stocks and some bets. Penske and was it Diageo? I think the name of the company was. I could be wrong, but DEO, I believe, was the ticker. But those are some really good stocks to look into. Good PE ratios, not very volatile, strong buy ratings, and you know, it's just going to be a good time to get into those stocks. And yeah, that's kind of it from our end. So hopefully everybody has a good night. And remember, everything that we talked about here is opinion based. Go and make your research, your judgments, and make sure you know what you're doing. Yeah, this is supposed to be an opinion and give people an idea and open up their eyes maybe to some new investments. I personally have never looked at those stocks, so it was new for me too. So again, do your own research. Make sure you know what you're getting into as far as investing, because it's your money, not our money. And yeah, so invest smart out there, guys and gals, and you know, stay safe for the rest of the week. We got 2 more days left, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye, everyone.